Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 11 yards there, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good match.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Here we go. 6 yards. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
6 times he went over 1,000 yards. Here's Clinton Portis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Shift.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
A run with Portis.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Here we go.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 7. Jackson looking deep down. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go, let's go!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You draw quarters.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Where's 52? 52. 52's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the run. Protein spill. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Hey, man. Got 4 down. 4 down. Topper. Topper. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Smith. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52.
From the gun, Steve Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Big ass, big ass, big ass. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's third down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they just get the play off. Now Young. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Following the interception, Young. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll run it here with Portis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 15 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Young now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10.
Greystone, Travis. Ready.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, it's Coleman. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive. Positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a carry for Portis. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Third down, Jackson. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Clinton Portis, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch. And that gives him 8 wins.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Darnell Dockett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Third and long for Young. And this is caught. Herman Moore. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Max box right. Hey, Alpha. Hey.
Watch Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Mike.
On 4th down, they snap it to Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Bravo.
On 2nd and 7, Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Portis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that
yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Crunch time, defense. Check nickel.
Topper! Ready?
They will run again with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Deacon Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Being chased out left. And Walker has it. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Hey, exit. Go.
Now Young. And this is caught. He hits more. They give him a gain of 37. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Young to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on their heels.
He's going to let it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
I played poorly on defense. Some of them drives.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
You run into a road bump.
From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.
Sure like to have that last pass back. Got to keep your head up and learn from your mistakes. Watch some film. Shoot, fight another down. Wow, that interception hurt me. See, I should have thrown it right there. He's open. He's open. He's open. He's open. He's open. He's open. I pump fake the man that goes to the right. That man wide open right there. Going. Able to use the timeout. 30 yards. It was just a small mistake. Just a small mistake. I'm not going to count this. It's all good. I'll be back to the playoffs another time. Whoever watched this, thanks for tuning in. Kenny Catfish, I'm out of here.